The lines that make the girls go crazy. In today's video, I'm going to be explaining the exercises to do, everything you need to know to get your V-lines to pop. Let's get into it. So the first and most important thing to know is you need a body fat percentage that is actually low enough to make these things visible. Somewhere between 12 to 15% should suffice to get those V-lines to pop. Now, how to actually build those muscles up in that area so you can get more of that definition, I'm going to go through and explain 2 exercises that you need to start doing every week. So the first thing you want to focus on is actually increasing the size of your TVA or transverse abdominis. This layer of muscle tissue actually lies underneath of the abdominal muscles, and once the strength and the size of those is increased, they help to sort of protrude and push out the muscles that are responsible for giving you the V-line abs. Now, the transverse abdominis' main goal is for stabilization of the hips as well as the spine, and one of the best exercises to actually target this is going to be some ab rollouts. Now, the reason I recommend doing the ab rollouts as opposed to, let's say, a plank, which also does hit the TVA, is because it's a lot more difficult, it's more challenging, and requires more stabilization out of the TVA. Because as you're in this dynamic movement where your body is rolling out with the wheel, you're going to be required to do much more stabilization while performing the exercise. Secondly, now we want to focus on the layer of muscle tissue that's over top of the TVA. Add more of that there, you're going to get more definition, and that's where we're going to be getting some raised leg Russian twist. Now, with this raised leg position, we're going to be able to hit more of those lower abdominals, and the Russian twist movement is going to help us to hit the obliques, as well at the same time actually allow us to hit more of that TVA. Now, yes, you can perform this with just your body weight, and if that's all you can do right now with solid, good form, good tempo, start with that. After you've mastered that though, I'd recommend incorporating a load such as a dumbbell or a plate, and while you're performing this exercise, focus on not trying to move your arms from left to right as if you're on the rowing team. This is incorporating more of your shoulders, your biceps. We want to focus on the obliques, the lower abdominals, and the TVA, so while you're performing each movement, focus on trunk rotation and less of those arm movements. Start the workout off with 4 sets of 10 repetitions of the ab rollouts. Give yourself a rest of about 45 to 60 seconds in between each set, and then directly after move on to 4 sets of 15 to 20 repetitions of those ab rollouts. Again, focus on tempo, control, and activation of your core. Before we go, I wanted to mention EHP is having a huge sale right now on supplement bundles. This one right here, the Shred Stack, is my go-to. This is what I am consuming every day. If you're on my email list, you'll have seen me mention this. In the morning, 1 scoop of OxyShred Hardcore, in addition to 1 scoop of L-carnitine on an empty stomach. It gets my engines revving, my energy is up, and as well, it has that thermogenic fat burning effect. Then just before I get into my workout, I will again take another scoop of the OxyShred Hardcore. Post-workout, that's when I'm going to be using the OxyWave. Personally, my favorite flavor right now is the peanut butter puffs. I've got these crunchy little pieces in there, delicious. I will take about 2 scoops on training days, 1 scoop on off days. Now that you've got the routine to help you to build up the muscle mass of those V-line abs, this video right here will help you with the fat loss in conjunction.